Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel for my returning viewers. And if you are new here, first of all, let me say welcome. And so good to see you. Check my videos. I appreciate it a lot. Please subscribe, like, engage, ask me questions. I'm going to answer them in the comment section and I'm going to answer them as a video when necessary. So today, I want to share my twin birth story. Now, I know some of you have seen a video a shot I compiled of pre-pregnancy, then when I was admitted, and when I gave birth to my baby boys. So I want to share a little bit to you, my experience, I want to say with Nigerian doctors. With Nigerian doctor, because like it's one doctor that stressed me the more. But then I want to share my experience with you. Um, let's just stamp this my CS story. So if you've been wondering how did Ife give birth to our babies, now you know I had a cesarean section. Now, after I gave birth to my first child, I did a video where I said I was very open-minded towards cesarean section, and I actually gave birth to him through a vaginal delivery. With my twin, I gave birth to them through cesarean section. I took in December, I discovered in January, and it was a smooth pregnancy. The only issue I had, which I'm going to do a video on it later, is my iron level was actually very low. Every time I had to check my PCV when I get to the clinic, like I battled with low PCV throughout the pregnancy. Highest my blood actually got to, sorry, my PCV actually got to, my blood count actually got to was 28. Like I had it as low as 24. I had a lot of struggle with it, and that's because, as I said, I had hyperemesis gravidarum. I wasn't feeding well at all, and my sources of iron reduced. Now, I would have loved to take egg or egg, meat. Meat was totally irritating to me, just like it was in my first pregnancy. So where I could have derived a lot of iron, I wasn't taking them. Although later on, I had to force myself to take some. If it's either they are going to be fried. At the point, I was able to tolerate fried meat or fried fish, just to see that I boost the iron level. Apart from that, it was a very smooth pregnancy. One of my prayers while praying for twin, like I said, I actually prayed for the twin babies. So one of my prayers while praying for them was that I didn't want them to have the same placenta. Ask me why. I'd read, sometimes when you want something, it's good to be prepared for it also. So as I was praying and praying, wishing for twin babies, I'd made a lot of researches about them. So I know there are some twins that actually share placenta and they share sac. So I know when they share the same placenta and sac, it's actually a high risk pregnancy. And most times they give birth to them as early as 32 weeks, 33 weeks to avoid complication and what we call twin transfer syndrome. I'll talk about that later too. So one of my prayer points was they should have two placentas, two sac. So that prayer was answered, and that means I was silently praying for fraternal twins, even though I wanted an identical twin. But then my prayers were turning towards fraternal twins, and I'm blessed and I love them both. I was carrying two placentas. There were no issues apart from the low blood. So that means I had to be supplying two placentas with blood to transfer to my children. So it was really low. The demand was really, really high, and I had little source of iron as I wasn't feeding well. Aside from that, the pregnancy was actually a very healthy one. All thanks to God, because I prayed and God answered my prayers. My sisters prayed, my mom, my dad, everyone, especially those that know I was carrying multiple, those that I told earlier on. Indeed, those twins, their names are actually riches and wealth. They are truly God answered prayers. Their Yoruba names are actually Oluwaloseyi and Oluwalobumi. That means God did this and God gave them to me. Actually, they are gifts from God, and I sincerely appreciate God for that. So, as I was saying, aside from that, there were no issues at all. As I was getting close to delivery, I had read about if it was possible to have a vaginal delivery for twins, and I've seen the possibility, especially if they were fraternal twins. So I was hoping and believing, okay, I'll just do a vaginal delivery and have a quick recovery. For my sisters, when I was getting closer, I was referred to a doctor in the clinic I was going to. I don't want mentioning his name, but let me keep his name out of the internet. So the doctor definitely wants a CS. I kept asking, why do you want to do a CS? Now, as much as I'm open-minded, I'll prepare my mind that okay, I already had a birth on vaginal delivery. That means I can have these babies, and it's possible to have them through vagina. So why do you want to do a CS? There are no complications whatsoever. He insisted I would just keep pushing me on. I later met a matron at the general hospital, and she said I should have actually come to the general hospital when I knew I was carrying twins. That private hospitals in Nigeria are default now is CS, even for single mothers. It's as if I'm like, what will you induce me? He said he can't induce twins, blah blah blah. Eventually I noticed that he's just trying to save his head and be careful. I went through a lot, guys, trying to prepare myself. Now, it was too late to not prepare myself mentally for the CS. Now, it's a thing to tell you yourself that you're open minded, but then throughout the pregnancy, I was like, okay, there are no complications to warrant it. So my mind was narrowed to vaginal delivery. So now telling me that I'm going to do a CS, I was at 35 weeks. Can you imagine? Like, now I start preparing myself mentally to it. The idea of getting back to work, I have a toddler, weighed me down. Now, it's not the CS in itself, it's my recovery. Anybody that actually spoke with them will know that I kept saying that, how do I recover fast from it? Like, I need to get back on my feet. Like, I will get back to work, I have a business that I run, I have a toddler that will need my attention. Ah, this CS, that was it. So my fear was actually the recovery, nothing more. Like, how am I going to recover from this and that? I will tell you guys, to the glory of God, recovery is swift. I'm sure if I'm not even telling you, or some people that are actually watching me now will not actually know how the CS. Yeah, you would not know. I will not tell you what happened postnatal CS in my next video. But for now, just know that if you know had what a cesarean session and the best beautiful babies ever. So the process was actually simple, and I will share in my next video the pre-cesarean section, and I will share you how I felt after the cesarean section and how my recovery has been so far. I'm going to 12 weeks already, and now it has been juggling business, having a toddler, and I won't lie to you, I have help. My two mothers are with me, my mother-in-law, and they've been very, very helpful actually. But I'm going to share to you in my next video. So look out for that. Thank you.